Hey girl. Hello Taurus, how are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca and I'm going to be doing your weekly love reading. Now I also do your weekly general reading for your zodiac sign, which I'll put a link to over here should you want to check that out later, Taurus. But in this one, we're just going to be deep diving into the energies between you and your person and the relationship and what it's looking like for this week, right? Keep in mind this is a weekly readings, right? So things can change throughout each week as events happen, right? Now, when it comes to my readings, I always ask the individual Taurus to rely on your intuition. That is because when it comes to these readings, you know your situation better than I do, because put it in perspective, I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you. So take the cards that resonate and leave what doesn't, because I'm not going to take offense by it. So in this reading, Taurus, if you do find some cards that do resonate with you, I would love for you to give me a like and subscribe, because it does help out my channel so much, and I always am super appreciative when you guys take the time to do that for me. So Taurus, let's just go ahead and jump into this reading for you. I'm actually going to be using Regretless Life's Oracle deck. Regretless Life Tarot's Oracle deck to get an overall message for this connection between you two. But let's see, strength. Yeah, judging by this the spread, I'll be showing y'all the cards in a moment, obviously. But the strength card is pulled for you, number 12, equaling to 3. Write that down for numerology, Taurus. This card says, there's a way through this obstacle, act with love. Beautiful card. I feel like one, it's kind of foreshadowing some shadow work necessary, as well as kind of like if you really want this connection, there's some stuff that you have to push through, right? That's definitely what I'm feeling. So let's get into this, right? For you, Taurus, on your side, you are the king of air. You're speaking your mind with confidence, seeking out professional advice, balancing mental and emotional considerations, right? I like this energy. You're starting to become level-headed in terms of this connection, I feel. On their side of things, they are the 10 of air, the end of a difficult situation, embrace the change and expect things to get better now, recovering from an addiction. So good cards on both sides, but the clarifiers could tell an entirely different story. But let's get into the overall energy too. Overall energy is the 8 of earth. So this is like going back, like investing into this connection. So yeah, forward movement in terms of this connection, Taurus. I like this. So let's get into the clarifiers. Your clarifiers, Taurus, we have the 4 swords, the Knight of Wands, and then the 5 of Wands. So this is interesting to me because it's almost like, for this to be the like keeping in mind with the King of Air, I feel like there's like a message of where it's like you are finally taking a stance, like enough's enough in a sense, but it's not in a, you're just ready for a change. You're ready for some type of movement, whether it's with this person or without this person, sort of thing. With this 4 swords coming in, this is letting me know that message. This is you, where it's just like you're tired of just like this constant like overthinking of like thinking about, is this person thinking about me? Does this person care? What are their feelings about it? And I feel like you kind of are starting to adopt a more free-spirited position towards this, should I say, because we have the Knight of Wands. This is what the energy that you're adopting, but the Knight of Wands, Knights are always like that youthful energy. So it's like maybe some days you're feeling extremely passionate towards this person and extremely just wanting to give all your energy towards this person, and then some days then you just want to like pull back. It's kind of, there is like this sense of energy where it's just like this is letting me know, I feel like it's kind of like full energy, dare I say. I'm gonna pull a card on this, the Empress. Well, see, okay, I like this. I like this more. I'm not trying to like chastise y'all, Taurus, but it's just one of those things. It's just like Auntie Velka, just trying to make sure y'all are taken care of. I just am worried in the sense of, in this energy for you, Taurus. I don't know. I just get like this sense of, it's not carelessness, it's kind of just like that fool energy, I guess. And I guess the Fool isn't necessarily inherently a bad card, but it's just one of those things. I just feel inclined to say, observe your surroundings. I don't want that to sound ominous, just more so like have things be a little bit more calculated, perhaps. So that's just something I'm feeling. But like overall, I feel like you're honoring yourself because we pulled the Empress card as well. So this is good for you. This is good for you in terms of this connection. 5 of Wands. This is kind of like a I don't want to say like partying energy, but it's just more of like a vibrant energy. Like I feel like you're more Taurus right now. It feels more like you're in a place of where it's just like you're in a creative mindset. You're just feeling inspired, and I do like it. I do like it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like I just want to make sure you're just like protected. You know, make sure that you have like your good boundaries, your good standards. I don't know. You know, 10 of air on their side. They're clarifiers. So they're in a moment of like, this makes sense. They have a death and rebirth card coming in. So it's like the end of some type of situation for them. Maybe they are just coming out of a relationship, or maybe this is like overall a card of where it's like something that has been like weighing on their shoulders for a while now, Taurus. So it's just like, that's where they're coming from. So I do want to keep it like, have you just point this out from like, let's think about it from their emotional perspective. If they are currently moving on from some type of like pretty big impactful moment, 10 of air, I always just say 10s are the completion of cycles as well. So it's just like double whammy. So this must be something just like even if it's just like a giant weight off their shoulders, there's still like that recuperation time mentally, right? But they are starting to come in touch with themselves, right? They have the King of Cups, both the King of Cups and the King of Wands. So it's like they're going to match your vibrant energy, but it's like maybe it's going to be more inwardly, because I always say when the King of Cups comes forward, this is usually someone who is they aren't usually like the most romantic, I would say, most of the time. I mean, there's still like definitely some passion, like there's definitely like that passion, extreme passion there, especially when you have it paired with the Wands card. But my thing is, when I see this kind of setup, it's like someone that like, they're extremely passionate, but they're not going to be so outwardly about it, right? They're going to be a little bit more reserved in that sense. 9 of Cups, but this is like something that they really want out of this. Like I think they see you and they get inspired by you, and this is like the only thing is like I feel like like I'm gonna be done trying to be auntie here after this, but it's just one of those things where it's just like I feel like you two could enable each other should you guys just like really get caught up in the emotions of things. So I just feel like we should just practice some good boundaries, right? Make sure that like we all are not doing anything too rash in the moment, right? We think things through a little bit. So let's get into the overall energy. Maybe this will make more sense, right? 8 of Earth is kind of like that higher knowledge energy where it's just like you're learning. This is like a new experience. This is like a character building moment for you, for both of you guys, which is beautiful. Let's get into the clarifiers though. We have the Page of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and the Devil card. That's why. So the Page of Cups, this is the card that talks about relationships becoming closer, you guys coming together, like the beginning of like just like a relationship phase. This is a beautiful card to have as your overall energy. 3 of Pentacles, this is where it's like you guys are going to be collaborating together. It's just like a beautiful energy. Like you guys mesh up in such a beautiful way. This is such a like beginning of something so good for you guys. But this Devil needs to be worked through. Right, this Devil card is like the affirmation what I was saying about like some type of enabling happening in this. And I also want to remind you, like the Strength card coming in, like I feel like this is like a speaking like where you guys both have to, in a sense, what is the word I'm trying to say? In a sense where it's, you know, it's willpower perhaps. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, because I feel like this has potential to be really good, but it also has the potential to be extremely toxic with this Devil energy. So it's just like, you be careful not to enable each other, I guess is all I'm trying to say, right? But I definitely like this overall energy though, Taurus. I really do. I feel like this could really go somewhere. It's just one of those things of where it's just like I feel like as long as both parties are responsible, right, then I feel like this will pan out beautifully. Any other cards that we can pull? So 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, and then what is this last card? 10 of Wands. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. This could be for either or, but when you have this 5 of Cups paired with this 10 of Wands, someone had something happen to them, and it could be this person, right? Because they did get the rebirth card, right? They did get this like rebirth with this 10 of air, so something impactful happened, right? With this 5 of cups and this 10 of wands, this is letting me know that they have a bunch of baggage, but they're not learning from it, Taurus. Like, they're not really like, they're in the beginning phases perhaps, but like they're bringing, like, they're not coming with this with like an empty platter, right? This is why I brought up like I asked you to think about it from their perspective of like they are going through like an emotional shift right now. So it's just like, you know, and also with this 9 of Pentacles, they're functioning in a place of like learning to be independent. So they may be flexing their independent bone for a little bit, just to have like, even if they're not coming out of like a relationship or anything, like this could just be like an energy where it's just like they need to feel like a sense of control, just because like they've been dealing with so much chaos, right? So let's get some final oracle cards for you guys, Taurus. Radical acceptance on your side of things. Yes, I feel like this is one of those things, like patience is going to be your virtue here, Taurus. Like, if the more patient you are in terms of this connection, the better off I feel like this will work out. You know, I feel like this is just one of those things where you just like, you have to put things in perspective of like what's going on with them, Taurus. That's truly what I feel. It's like, if you want this connection to work, you have to pull the strength in yourself to kind of like be like the bigger person while they figure themselves out, because they are definitely going to figure themselves out, Taurus. It's just like, are you willing to give them the time? Owl Spirit, you see clearly now. I love this card. I feel like this reading, hopefully, not trying to toot my horn because I don't really, not from an ego place at all, but I'm hopefully having this reading giving you guys like an aha moment of how you see how to clearly handle this situation. I feel like this definitely will give you enough perspective. I also want to point out, owls keep popping up in this reading as well, all over. Like 3 or 4 owls, 2 or 3 owls rather, came up in this reading, so check that out for a spirit animal. But Taurus, I love you so much. Hopefully this reading was helpful. Be sure to give me a like and subscribe if it was. But until next time, bye.